Hi, welcome back to the channel. So it's a bit unusual. Today I do not have my headset on. I'm not in front of the green screen. Today I am fitting the retrofit kit to my M2 BOBOVR strap, kindly donated to me by Beardo Benjo. Greatly appreciated for that one. Hopefully they will be in stock soon, and those of you that want the retrofit kit or even the M3 head strap itself should be able to get one from Amazon or wherever your local supplier is soon. But for now, I'm going to jump in. I'm going to show you how to actually fit the retrofit kit. The instructions are included with the box, but if I'm being honest, having had a play around it and have a look at it, I probably wouldn't follow step one, because I just think the plastic's going to snap if you try and follow step one, and you never know, you might actually want to revert back to it being an M2. So yeah, so let's jump in and see what's what. So this is the retrofit kit box. It is literally designed to replace sections of the BOBOVR head strap, primarily this section here. So it's supposed to replace all of this section down here and the arm, so that it will fit on your Quest 3 rather than your Quest 2. So I've already whipped all the bits out of the box, so there's nothing really to see in here, but you do get instructions and what's all included. This is the instruction in particularly so far that I think you should probably ignore. I will show you a slightly better way of doing it. You do get tools included, so we've got little screws and all that kind of good stuff, and you are supplied with a Phillips screwdriver. Now you're supplied with the Phillips because you need the Phillips to undo it, but the instructions also suggest using the Phillips screwdriver to take the brackets off. I would recommend that you find yourself a similar sized flat blade screwdriver, and I will show you why. So parts included in the box, we have got these, which are the replacement bits of these, and we have the arms, if I can zoom out a bit, which are effectively this section here. So let me show you what we've got to accomplish. So the first section is, the first thing you have to do is you have to remove this clip from this housing here. Now it's actually clipped on, and the way the instructions suggest you do it is to wedge that Phillips screwdriver down there and just effectively wiggle it left and right to pry it off the edges. Now if you look at the inside of one of these, get some focus on there, you can see there's like a little ledge just there, and it's an over clip, and they're the bits you need to release from that plastic. So instead of ramming your screwdriver down there, let's see if I can do this. So I'm going to try and do this. So you can see just there, oh, there's the edge of the clip, and you've got the same one on here. Now we only need to loosen one side. So the way I did it was I got the screwdriver just in here, as close to the clip as you can, and just push down and just lever it back slightly now then. But effectively you just lever it, and then what will happen is that will just pop off one side. So I'll do that now with the camera down. As you can see now, I've managed to just pop that off. So if I can get it in focus and not my sausage fingers. So that's basically just pop that off. You can probably just see that on that rim there. Let's pop that off, and then that now will just come off. Now it doesn't come all the way off because it is fixed on this here, but it will come off to the point where you can just clip it off the back side, twist it round like so, and get access to the 3 screws that are on step 2. And that's how you get that off. So it is a little bit tricky to get that off without breaking it, but as you can see from there, it is perfectly doable. But effectively you just put your screwdriver in, you move it that way to give it a bit of leverage, and then you move it back that way, and your screwdriver, the flat head of the screwdriver should slide down the edge, and then it's just a case of gently forcing it until all of a sudden it clips off. If you can't get the whole thing off because only part of it has come out, that's fine. Just move your screwdriver along a little bit and just lever the second part of it off, and that is that off. So the next step is to, you can see the scuff marks on this actually. There's those scuff marks at the top there. That is actually where I tried to do it their way, and I thought that's putting so much strain on the plastic. I didn't want to risk breaking it. I don't think this will ever go back on again, because if you've got a Quest 3, why would you go back to a Quest 2? But it's nice to see how to get these things off in one piece. So there are 3 Phillips screws in there, and basically you need to unscrew these. So those Phillips screws there, the screwdriver that they're provided, although it does fit, go easy on it. It's not a snug fit into that screw head. You could stand, if you went to it and was a little bit too rabid on it, then you may find that you could turn the head out of the top of that screw, and if you do and you can't get that screw out, I'm guessing you're buggered. So yeah, just put a bit of pressure on it, unscrew it slowly, and they will come out. You've got to remember they are screwed into plastic, they're self-tappers, so they will be gripped nice and tight. So you should now have 3 screws out of that one side. Keep hold of those. They do send you screws in the pack, but to be perfectly honest, if the screws come out okay and the heads aren't shifted at all, I would normally recommend reusing the screws that were in it, just in case over the manufacturing process they have that maybe the thread size has slightly changed on a different set of screws, and because they're self-tapped into plastic, although it is pre-drilled, as you can see there, it is self-tapped in. So what you don't want to do is you don't want to weaken the thread that has been generated in there. So if you can save those screws, do save them and do reuse them back in. So once you've taken it off, you have this, which is your old one. So these pads, if you hadn't realized, they are Velcro. So you can take them off and you can keep them, and they will fit on your replacements. So worth noticing. And what we can do now is we can see what all the fuss is around. So that's the Quest 2. And this is the Quest 3. As you can see, that bracket is substantially larger, and that's why we're having to do the replacement. You can see as well the manufacturing process has changed slightly, so the position of the arm is now more centered, whereas before it was literally on the actual corner. So next step is to fit this. So pretty straightforward. They are marked right and left, so just inside there. So I can get a better focus on that. So you can see the L for left, and somewhere the R for right. I have just removed the left one. We're saying that side's going towards the HMD. If I put it on wrong, it doesn't matter, because you can just rotate these round to whichever way they want to be. So we're doing the left, so let's move the right one out of the way. Also as well, these are also left and right. So what we've got to do is we've got to take this, that will just rest in there. Not easy to do one-handed, but that will rest in there, and you just screw your 3 screws that you've taken out back in again. So let's do that. Yeah, you're not going to see me screwing on screen, so whoever misses. So yeah, let's do that. Back in a sec while I'm screwing these on. So whereas I said before, if you get this the wrong way around, don't worry about it, just twist it around. You actually can't. So once you've got this mounted back onto the side of your head strap, you cannot turn these all the way around. So make sure you get it the right way first time. It is the long side that needs to come out the furthest towards the front, as per the box, like so. So I'm going to put the extra 2 screws in and be right back. So that's all screwed in. So now you don't have to overly tighten these screws. You are not holding up a house with this. There are 3 screws, they just need to be hand tight. If for some reason you do manage to over tighten one and it threads, you could put a dab of super glue in there and then put the screw back in, tighten it to the point where it just starts to get taut, and then just leave it to set, and that will obviously fix that in place, but you will not get that back off again. So just bear that in mind. As I say, I can't imagine anybody's going to unretrofit one of these, but yeah, if you do happen to go a little bit too hard on the screwing again, then yeah, super glue is going to be your friend on that one. So I'm going to quickly do the other side. I'm not going to film that. Same rinse and repeat. Don't forget to clip the cable in. You can get it in after the fact if you want. You just need to nudge that cable up through the gap. So yeah, let's jump on to the next one and I'll be right back. So that's the other side on. So we now have both of these on and it is looking damn sexy. The next step is to attach the covers. Pretty straightforward. So this is the right side that I'm doing, and as I said before, it is labelled right in there. So I'm just going to get that, and this knob thing basically pushes into that hole. You know the drill, knobs in holes. Just push that in. If I can do this one-handed, I would be amazed. Make sure it's upright. And I'm presuming you push this on in the same manner. In fact, what I'll do is I'll push that on after I've screwed it in. So your bag of screws, you'll notice that you actually have 8 screws and not 6. 2 of those screws, 1 in either side of here. So I'm just going to grab other baggie, and you can see all those little screws in there. And I'm going to drop at least 7 of them over the floor. Get that rubbish out of the way. Oh, look at that. It's almost like I know what I'm doing. So that's just going to go in there like so. Be right back. That's the screw in, and the reason that they give you 8 screws and not 6 is so that when you drop one on your dark carpet, you don't have to spend 20 minutes looking for it. So yeah, so that's screwed in. Now remember, you are self-tapping these screws in. Do not over tighten them. They don't need to be over tight. It's just a plastic cover. So you just get this now, and I'm presuming we just go like that. So there you go. That was a satisfying click, I'm sure. So we're just going to peel one of those off, stick it on there, and that's that side done. And there we go. That is the retro kit fitted, and then it's just a case of attaching that bad boy to your Quest, just like any other head strap. So I'm not going to replace the foam padding, although you do get new foam padding with it. So this is the foam padding for the front. These are Velcros, worth keeping because they do wear after a while, but they do take a long while to wear. And then these are the 2 foam pads that replace this bit here, which again I'm going to keep hold of. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it serves some purpose, and I hope you do get your Bobo Retrofit Kit or your M3 Pro as soon as possible. The stock strap that comes with it, some people are finding it okay, and I think if you're only spending maybe an hour or so in your headset, then yeah, it's probably fine. Me on the other hand, I tend to spend a lot more time in it, especially when I'm not at work, and yeah, it's not great. So yeah, so I'll be slamming on the Bobo and enjoying a little bit of comfort. Anyway, big shout out again for Beardo Benjo. If you're not following his channel, what the hell are you doing with your life? I'll drop a link to Beardo Benjo's channel down below in the description. Do check it out. For now, if you like the video, hit that like button. If you want to see more content from myself, do hit that subscribe. Greatly appreciated. And if you want YouTube to send you dirty pictures through the post every time I upload content or do a blog post, hit that notification bell. But for now, take care of yourselves. Cheers.